Good morning, everybody. It is the 19th, Wednesday, Thursday for my friends overseas, and I hope they're having a great time. It is the countdown to Christmas, and I always notice. See, I try to get my Christmas shopping done like relatively early, either the very beginning of December either the very beginning of December or late November. I really try not to go shopping, after the middle of December. I don't go shopping, you know, because people start getting nuts, man. You know? And I don't understand, like, you ever see, like, an item on either Amazon or eBay, and these motherfuckers are like, it's rare, it's hard to get a hold of, and you just walk right into a place and get it for, like, a fraction of what they want. And I think that's funny, because, like, I never did that. And that's one of the things you guys should never do. Never pay over, what, the original retail price. You know, like this particular item I wanted was regularly $24.99 plus tax, right? And these people wanted like $60 online. And I said, how come we want twice as much? Oh, it's super ultra rare. Uh-huh. I walked right into the store and bought one. And they had a sale going on for 50% off. So I got it for $12.99 plus tax. So yeah, don't always fall for that. You know. Like the Nintendo Minis and shit, people are paying like $200 and shit for them. Fuck that noise. I'd never pay that much. I already got a Nintendo, damn it. I don't need to. I'm not gonna pay $200 for a fucking Nintendo Mini when they're like fucking $40 or some shit. 40 or 60, something like that. I don't know. They sure as hell weren't 200. They were less than $100. They got the PlayStation Mini out now. That's like $100. And I'm like thinking to myself, I don't know if I even want to get that. I actually have a regular PlayStation still. That works. That's in great shape. And a ton of games. So I don't know if I want to do that or not. I mean, it's a nice little thing to have, I suppose, like, for guests. I don't want to fucking with my original system. But yeah, I noticed that people get edgy this last week right before Christmas. What you need to do is you need to chill. That's what you need to do. You need to take it easy. Take it easy, chill. Like everybody runs around like trying to get their house all perfect and shit. I never did that. Of course, then again, I don't live like a total slob. I mean, my house obviously looks lived in, but it's clean. You know, I mean, there's people out there, they freak out. They're going to have guests over, so they want to, like, spit shine, like, the whole fucking house and present this house that's, slightly unrealistic any other time. It's like, well, no, I don't do that. I mean, I clean, don't get me wrong, but, I'm not going to, like, you know, fucking spit shine faucets with, like, fucking metal polish and shit. So it's all shiny. wrapping gifts. That's the fun part. That's fun, you know. Have some fun. Don't get so worked up. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to drop something on here. There's always something in the morning, boy, I'll tell you. I'll be right back. And we're back. You know, the news is gonna, news, media, whatever you want to call it, you're gonna get a lot of you dudes all fucking hyped up and stressed out on this countdown to Christmas. Don't let them do that. Christmas is supposed to be fun, man. Christmas is supposed to be a fun time of year where even the poorest motherfuckers in the United States can sit down with family, celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus. That's what it's about. It really ain't about getting and giving gifts. That's a bonus. You know? I mean, shit, I grew up pretty poor. And my parents did pretty good. You know, they did what they could to give us a decent Christmas. You know, it wasn't like, you know, all elaborate and shit. And I noticed a lot of people, they place very heavy value on materialistic things. And they shouldn't. Because you're gonna die. And all that shit's gonna fucking fade away with time. Ain't nothing forever. Nothing is forever. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Nothing's forever. You know? And if you get a gift for Christmas, how many people out there remember what kind of gifts they got for Christmas? I mean, a lot of them. You know, I only remember a few times where my parents kind of went out of their way, you know, to give me something really nice. There we go. It's kind of cold up here, man. No snow, though, which is kind of nice. That's nice for the driving aspect because, you know, I live in Michigan, and us Michiganders know how to drive in the snow. However, you got a bunch of fucking liberal fucking moron, you know, intellectual asshats that came from fucking out of state that don't know how to drive in the fucking snow. As far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't be able to move here unless you can prove you can drive in the snow without crashing into fucking everything. I can't, you know, that's another thing, man. It's like, you know, if you're going to go somewhere for Christmas, you know, don't get stressed out about that. If you really don't want to go, don't fucking go. That's one thing that tripped me out about people, man. It's like they go and they do shit they don't want to do to please somebody else. It's like, no. It's like, or go, like, people, you know, they say I'm an asshole. They say I'm too honest and all this other. There ain't no such thing as too honest, man. If I meet somebody and I don't like them, I just tell them I don't like you. Right off the bat. Because if they say, I mean, don't get me wrong, I give people a chance. All right? But if they come off like a fucking massive douchebag or a fucking total bitch, I tell them right there on the spot, I don't fucking like you. Just keep your distance. Try to talk to me as little as possible because I don't like you, right? Like, you got a lot of husbands out there, they don't like their in-laws, but they don't say nothing. Why? Well, my wife would get mad. What the fuck you married a bitch for then? That's shit I can never understand. And these families get together during the holidays, and most of the time they just kind of take pot shots at each other. So this Christmas season, you should add honesties to your stocking. If you want it, look, and don't get me wrong, everybody's different. Nobody's the same. Even identical twins are different, right? They don't always like the same shit. In fact, I was watching a story about this girl. She's like conjoined twins, but she's like two-headed conjoined twins. Like, she's got two actual functioning heads, which is, a miracle in and of itself, right? And they got two completely different personalities, all right? And they're conjoined, and, it's like, what's one gonna, beat the shit out of the other one? I mean, if they don't like, it ain't gonna happen. A lot of questions with that, though. But, seems like two nice young ladies rolled into one. But they got two different personalities. So people are different, right? I mean, they might have similarities, but each individual is different. And each individual likes different shit. So this Christmas, be nice. I mean, honestly, keep the peace. If you're going, I'll tell you what to do. If you're going to a place and you're getting dragged there and you don't want to be there, just tell them, say, look, you're dragging me to a place I don't want to be on Christmas. I want to have fun on Christmas, and these people are not fun. Because I used to, your wife might agree with you, or your husband might agree with you. Be honest with them. Say, look, we're going to your mother's house. She's kind of a bitch, and, I'm fucking tired of, all she does is nitpick at me and shit like that. She might actually agree, and, then you guys can fucking, tell her, hey, look, we're not coming this year. You don't have to tell her because you're a bitch. Just say, hey, we're not coming this year because we don't want to. That's why. Just say because we don't want to. You don't have to go into great detail, but be honest and say you just don't want to go. Christmas is supposed to be stress-free, man. It's supposed to be stress-free and hassle-free. And I used to, I'm guilty of this, the Christmas Eve shoppers and shit. I'm guilty of it only because, like, I had some pretty shitty jobs, before, and I would always have to wait until Christmas Eve because that's when I got fucking paid, and I'd have to Christmas shop, like, through the night at Meijer or some shit like that, Meijer or some other 24-hour store. So, yeah, that was kind of a pain in the ass. But, yeah, the Christmas Eve shoppers trip me out, man. Last minute people. I try not to do that. I mean, there was, a few times where it was like just unavoidable and I had to do it that way. So, yep, Christmas is right around the corner and I can't wait. I love Christmas. Not because of the gift giving or anything, but just because the family can kind of get together, But we also have kind of a, you know, I wouldn't really say it's a tradition. It's just what we do. We kind of air grievances too. Like, we don't get upset with each other. We just tell them, we just tell each other, hey, look, you did da 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 da. No, I don't really like that shit, and let's try not to do that in the future, because if you do that shit again, shit might get fucking nasty. We like to start, our new year, pretty much on a positive note. We got Christmas, where we celebrate. Oh, also, don't invite people you don't like just for the sake of sparing their feelings. If you don't like them, don't invite them. I mean, and if they want to ask, and press the issue, then be perfectly clear. Say, look, I don't like you, and I don't want you in my house because I don't like you. Life is so much easier when you're honest. I'm telling you, it's like, oh yeah, well, you're hurting people's feelings. Yeah, they'll get over it. It's not like anything detrimental is going to happen to them because I hurt their feelings a little bit. They'll get over it. I'm not going to invite people to my house I don't like, just because it's Christmas. Everybody keeps saying, well, it's Christmas. My mom used to do that a lot. Oh, it's Christmas. Yeah, so I understand it's Christmas. Well, we have to be kind and loving. You can be kind and loving and honest too. You ain't got to put up with nonsense. I never saw that anywhere in the Bible. Well, I got to put up with somebody else's nonsense because it's Christmas. Well, you're supposed to, remember Jesus dying with his enemies and stuff. Yeah, Mom, no, I'm not doing that. Jesus was the Son of God. I'm not. It's like, it's just that simple. It's like, I'm not a saint. I would never invite anybody in my house that had hatred for me on Christmas or any other time. What makes you think I'd invite them now? My mother could never understand me about shit like that, but over the years, I think she's actually, she's getting it, She's getting the fact that I don't put up with fucking bullshit, life's too short. I want to enjoy the holidays with my family, and I'm not gonna, put myself out because, like you should be miserable and stressed out because it's Christmas. No, it was like, that's not what that's about. Oh, by the way, I get more I get more than Christmas Day off this year at my new job, which I think is kind of nice, because it used to be like, we worked Christmas Eve, got Christmas Day off, and then fucking had to go right back to work, which sucked, really didn't give too much time for libations and celebration, you know what I mean? So for all of you out there that work on Christmas Eve and on the 26th of December, I feel you, man. I feel you. I know what's up. I've been there. And it's like, it sucks. Trust me, I know. A lot of people, like I said before in one of my previous videos, people do not see all the shit a person has gone through. They see the end result at that moment. People look at me and they think, boy, that guy's, the privilege and all that, No, I never had no fucking privilege. I had crappy jobs. I grew up poor. You know, I never fucking had any scholarships or anything like that. You know, because of the color of my skin. I had no privilege. You know, and I know what it's like to have to work your ass off, even on holidays. So, you know, I mean, these younger people need to get over themselves on that one. But this Christmas, I also want people, you know, even the snowflakes and even the liberals, it's like, dude, be grateful for what you have. I mean, you live in America, for crying out loud. You live in a country where people will fucking, you know, risk their lives to fucking get here because they know being poor here is way better than being poor anywhere else in the world. Go over to India and be fucking poor and see how that fucking works out. You ain't gonna have a fucking big screen TV and cable television, okay? But even poor motherfuckers in this country have big screen TVs and fucking cable. Even if it's just basic, they still have cable, which trips me out. You know, so be grateful. You know, especially if you're an American, be grateful. Set, you know, people say politics and all that. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, that's one thing I'll agree with them on during Christmas. Set that shit aside. You know, you ain't there to talk about politics. And if you got, I personally do not invite people over to my house that have different political views than me. You know, when you come into my house, you are a conservative. Even if you're not. See, that's part of being a good guest. You know, I did a video about that. You know, guests are, you know the rules, and a good host will, and, you know, kindly enforce the rules and at the same time make you as comfortable as possible. It's called basic manners, which a lot of people nowadays have not learned because their parents were too fucking busy, you know, working their asses off and getting them trinkets and shit instead of being fucking parents and whipping ass and fucking taking names. Because that's what parents are supposed to do. They're supposed to whip ass, whip some more fucking ass, and make sure you are on the path of fucking becoming a productive member of society. They're not supposed to be your fucking friend. Especially on Christmas. Don't be your fucking kid's friend on Christmas. You know, of course, then again, tell your kids you love them. You know, but not even on Christmas, don't be their friend. And for you parents out there that could not get your kid absolutely what they wanted, don't worry, man. Your kids are not going to hate your fucking guts forever, man. Kids grow out of shit real quick. Real quick. You know, they'll be slightly disappointed. Let them be disappointed. I think that more kids need to feel disappointed. Otherwise, you get the crop of idiots that think they're entitled to every fucking thing in the world because they've always gotten what they wanted. See? You know, you spare the rod and spoil the child kind of thing. I don't understand how, you know, we take lessons from the past, right? You know, the old saying, like, those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it, right? We got ancient wisdom from parents long gone, and we don't practice that shit. We listen to egghead, bubble-headed fucking morons, psychiatrists and shit, you know, talking about, you know, how to raise kids. When, you know, that's not really, like it's not a science. Raising kids is not a science. Much as they like to fucking make it seem, oh, it is. It's a science. No, it isn't. Because again, each person is different. You have to kind of go with the flow on that one. I'm not saying beat the hell out of your kids every fucking day and lock them in the closet or nothing. I'm just saying, you got to be firm with them. You got to know when to be like strict and when not to be. I throw them a bone every once in a while, but make sure they stay on the path, And that's part of Christmas. There will be kids on Christmas Day that are disappointed. I know I was a lot of times, because we was poor motherfuckers. There was tons of shit I'd love to have. Sit there watching Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, Mom. I want that for Christmas. And I didn't get it because the shit was expensive even back then, in the 80s and shit. It was fucking expensive. Some of that crap was real expensive. Man, I asked for a Nintendo Entertainment System. I thought for sure that my parents were gonna, sneak in the room, smother me with a fucking pillow. And my dad looked at me like, boy, the motherfucking audacity of this little motherfucker to ask for a Nintendo for Christmas. Fucking $200, man. That was the one time they made an exception, though, because I told them that's all I wanted. Shit, I even told him I helped him buy it for me. I think I had like $120 saved up from like odd jobs I was doing in the neighborhood. I got $120. All you have to do is pay for the rest. I think that's what got him. It's like this. I offered to chip in. I was really sincere about it too. It wasn't like a psychological mind game. I wasn't that smart at the time, to play that kind of game on him. But, they saw that, old man saw that, and he was like, he does work odd jobs in the neighborhood, and he pretty much never asks us for anything else, He always has pocket money because he goes out and gets his own shit. This is when I was 12, millennials, right? So, right. This is when I was 12. I would go out and fucking collect bottles, do odd jobs around the neighborhood so I can have my own fucking money. Millennials just think their parents are a bank or something. I need $100. I could never imagine asking my parents for $100, even on Christmas. If I got $5 in a card, I was happy with it, and I just put it in the jar. So, yeah, I can honestly tell you, everybody needs to chill before Christmas. Don't get stressed. Christmas is supposed to be fun. The war on Christmas, people, fuck you. It's Merry Christmas in this country, not anything else. If you are a minority in this country that celebrates something else, good for you, right? Because if we went to your country of origin and you don't celebrate Christmas, but you celebrate something else, and you said happy whatever else, then as guests in your country, I will go with the flow and reciprocate that sentiment. But here in America, we are mostly Christian, and this is a Christian nation, and you say fucking Merry Christmas. You don't say Happy Holidays. Fuck every other holiday, okay? You guys want to celebrate your holidays, that's fine. I'm not going to bend over backwards for a small percentage of people that don't celebrate Christmas. And I know that sounds harsh and mean and uninclusive, But you know what? I'm tired of being inclusive to a fucking, to a dynamic of our population who doesn't want to be fucking inclusive to me. Right? See, they want in the club, you know, but they have their own clubhouse. They won't let you in their club. They're like, you know, you say, what happened to be inclusive? Oh, we are inclusive, just not you. Say, that's not inclusive. So, but anyway, I want everybody to have a great Christmas, and hit the like button if you watch the video, and if you're so inclined, share it, and follow me on the Twitter at Sharkatruth. I'm about to swim up to work here, so everybody have a great day.